Hey everyone! Welcome back. I am back today with more Death Parade, you guys. Last time was, I feel like I could probably just like, after that first episode, that was so intense. Can you imagine? So I didn't start the series with that episode. I started with the prologue, which admittedly was a little bit better of a way to like get the feet wet on the whole like upsetting psychological aspect of this. But God bless it, you guys. That was a really just, I don't know, for me, that one like hit a lot harder. Was it just me? Maybe it's just because I am married and pregnant. Like, I don't know. Oh, but man, that was a rough one. A lot of interesting stuff going on in that one that I didn't get to talk about in my outro last time, which I'd like to address here because we did get several tidbits actually of just other kinds of things going on just besides the actual like two people in question. I hope one day these reactions see YouTube. I don't think I will have time to do it right now, but if you are watching this on YouTube, welcome. Thank you. I hope you will hit like and subscribe for me. It helps me and my channel so very much. And I hope you will check out my Patreon, which the link for that will be in the description down below. And definitely check that out for early access, for uncut reactions, all kinds of goodies. And if you are one of my awesome patrons, you know exactly what that means. You know it's coming. Those big old hugs right through that screen. I'm sending them off to you. All right, guys. So, just like, it's literally been like 2 minutes since last time. It was just like, that was a heavy one. A couple things I wanted to point out. First of all, in the prologue, we meet Decim. I don't think they ever say his name, but I feel like his name was mentioned after that in comments and whatnot. So I was aware of his name. I think on some level, but they formally introduced him last time. We still have a lot of the same rules. You have to pick a game. Don't refuse the game. I'm guessing the bodies are what happens if you refuse the game. You just get stuck there and you rot or something. I don't know. Or maybe that just has nothing to do with anything. Can't tell you, a lot of specifics about it. Can't tell you what happens if you win or lose. A lot of that was the same. One thing we did, I don't remember being in the prologue, maybe I just don't remember it, was whether or not they mentioned that they go to heaven or hell. I don't feel like they ever mentioned heaven or hell in the prologue. I could be wrong. But this one they clarified because I wasn't sure. I'm like, maybe one of them gets to go back to life. Maybe one of them gets to, although they said heaven or hell, and then in this case, the person who got the good one got reincarnated. So I guess it's kind of like there's a good option and a bad option. Then the other person went into the void. I'm not going to get into all the theories on what I think happened or what could have happened in the last episode. We will discuss that in the comments because honest to God, I need to put it behind me. It was so traumatizing. It was so emotional. But obviously I would love to hear what you think. And to hear if you have any other theories, different theories, than the two main ones that I came up with. We did get to meet, we got the official name for our bartender guy, hot white-haired bartender guy. I don't think we got a name for the person with the long black hair that we met in the prologue, but we did also meet one other person who was like, oh, you'll get used to it, don't worry, which implies that the person with the black hair is new to this position, or to this, I don't know, I don't even know what their position is, because it doesn't look like they're another bartender, it just kind of looks like they're there. So, like, are they one of the people that refused and ended up, like, getting employed there? Is it, like, a trainee situation? Like, what is going on with that specifically? Because that person definitely seems new and, like, out of sorts, but also kind of doesn't seem like they're really working there yet. The white-haired person seemed like they were also working there and like they had been there a while. And of course, as we saw from the theme, there were a lot of other people, I think, who are going to be part of Queen Decim that we have not met. So yes, we have all that to look forward to, because I kind of thought it was just going to be the two of them. And once the theme hit, I was like, oh, okay, nope. We're going to have like, I mean, this is a fully equipped bar. Thank you very much. Very pretty atmosphere. I mean, if you can get past the like dark death part. The one thing I really don't want to see, I was thinking of it when they were doing the husband and wife one. One thing I really don't want to see would be like a parent-child situation. I think that would be really, really hard. What is the rule on like, will there be, are kids not, because I had this question about the whole pregnancy thing last time, and maybe it was just because it was like not a, like, it was very, I don't know, like maybe they're not counting pregnancy. I don't know, like I have no idea. But, like, are there rules for this? Like, will they do this with, like, would they do this with children, or, like, would they not? They probably wouldn't, but, like, where is the line? Like, would they do it with a teenager who's a little bit closer to being, like, an adult? You know? Like, what would be the, but I really don't want to see, at any age, I really don't want to see a parent-child one. I think I almost tapped out of the last one, you guys. I really almost tapped out. Oh, my God. Darts hitting... and a woman feeling it in her pregnant belly? Really? Really? That's what I'm watching? Okay. All right. Just checking. Gonna throw a little bit of shade for that. Because that's upsetting. All right, guys. I think that's pretty much what I wanted to cover. They did give us, like, I just wanted to cover, like, the couple of, like, new bits of information that they gave us last time, because I was so wrapped up in the story that I didn't even get to point that out. So, without further ado, what do you say we go ahead and we jump right into the next episode of Death Parade? Let's do this. All right. Also, the theme. The theme threw me through an awful big loop last time. Oh, is this how the person died? The black-haired person? Maybe? What? Oh, no. Okay, this is now. Never mind. So I'm assuming that's what happened. Nona. Nona is... You don't have a name. Alright, guys! Let's party down! Woo! Psychological trauma! Woo! Philosophical debate! Woohoo! This is literally, I can promise you, this is the only part of the episode that we're going to be feeling like partying. I can just, because I feel like, I mean, I feel like it's very like, even though it's fun and interesting, like, dance party is just not, it's not at all what I equate. Here we go. Look, them dancing. Okay, there's going to be a lot of different. Okay. How did they get black hair person? You know? Like, what is that story? How did they get any of them there? Are they like angels or like supernatural beings? Or like, okay, so now we know the white hair one is Nona. Oh, but see, why does he have he has his web things. Okay, so I feel like that person died and came here. Oh, are we just gonna get an episode about how this works? That'd be interesting. That'd give me a little bit of break from the trauma too. So the rest of them are all bartenders. 15th floor. Also, what are the other floors then? Are the other floors for maybe people who didn't both die at the same time? I have no idea. I feel like a lot of this I'm reading way too much into it. Clavis. Is Clavis the elevator? No, Clavis. That voice sounds familiar. Okay, so then there are other places. That's interesting. Because that's Dekim's place. Bye-bye. Yeah, it's quite a beautiful. I have to say, too, the visuals, the animation, everything, they do a really good job with that. Thank you, Nona. Dekim. We knew that from last time.
死者が来る場所よ。
死者
Okay, so you don't know you're dead.
これから死者が2人やってくる。2人には
Why is this person here? Uh-huh. Why am I here?
たちは最低者なの。
Arbiters, yeah.
最低者
死者が来る前に最低者には客たちの記憶が編集されて
Are compiled and sent to the Arbiters. So they do know all their memories and everything. Oh.
ウィンいいよはいはい記憶転送
Oh, we're doing it telepathically. Wow. Okay, so that's how we do it. We get all of their memories. So they are flashing all those memories at them. I'm like, that's weird that they would happen to flash just when like things are getting interesting. You know what I mean? Like it's almost like it's intentional. If I'm understanding that right.
ここで何をするの
ああごめん忘れてた
Huh?
お手伝い
An assistant. Yeah, okay, cool. So then this person was just randomly brought in, like, I'm guessing died, and was brought in as an assistant. Ah, a little scary. Yeah, a
人
little
形
scary.
激務の趣味なの気にしないであげて
Oh, it's an interesting pastime. It's a little serial killer-ish, but you know, who am I to judge?
前向いて
Okay.
そのまま動かないでね今回の主役
This is what happened last episode.
私とマチコよ死にたての親
Newlywed and newly dead. Death reverse. Death reverse. Okay. Are we gonna find out what really happened?
時のショックでみんな死んだことすら忘れちゃう
Yeah.
だから気がつかれたらダメなの
なんで
死んでるって分かったら命をかけてゲームなんてする
Because they have to play like their lives are at stake. Okay.
だから誘導する
Prompt
ゲームしなくて死ぬか
them.
もしれないって思わせるの
That's why we have the bodies and everything. Okay. So then that's not what happens to you if you refuse. So then what happens if somebody is like, you know what, I think you're bluffing, I refuse. Do they just stay there and become a bartender?
どうしてここまでして
They really don't want to have to decide for them. They really want
必要
them.
だからよ
Yeah, they really want them to let this play out on their own.
経験上命をかけた勝負をさせるのが
Why do we need to do that?
ずれる極度の緊張状態のこと
Yeah.
主に
So then that's why it has to be a game. Okay.
次行くわよ人間の記憶だけで最低なんてで
That's why. Okay.
悩みをできるだけ吐かせたようだ最低者がそれはいか
So they get them to play the game to have them reveal what they're really like.
ない原始的な感情って何かわかる恐怖よ
Fair. Hmm.
ゲームってダーツ
今回はねこのゲームは痛みが伴う
Right.
が体の器官と連動した的に7本のダーツを投げ合うゲームなの
Right. Last time we did that with the billiard balls. Just like, what kind of place am I in? Wow, just totally desensitized to it. Okay.
あそうか外せばいいんだ
レキムが教えたのよでもどうかな外し続ければマチコの勝ちになる
別にいいじゃない
出たら殺されるかもって思ってる
そんなこと誰も
そう言ってない
Nobody said so, but they did say to stake their lives on the game, and then they did have the bodies. The, I guess, dummies. Mannequins, whatever. So they use fear to motivate the game because they can't judge the whole thing themselves.
たちに分かるのは走馬灯程度の記憶くらい今
Okay.
彼らが考えていることは推測するしかない
Oh, alright. So they can see their memories, but they can't see everything?
最低には経験と観察が必要ってこと
So they are making a judgment. They just have to do it. So that's why when she revealed the affair, they sent her. Or they saw that she really truly wanted him to go to the good place.
がマチコの不貞を疑ったせいで新婚旅行中に自己死
I still, like, I really, honest to God, don't know what was true. Maybe they'll tell us. And then he's gonna, yeah. So, do they have all their memories, or are they collecting memories from them as they remember? Because it kind of sounded like they just had their memories, like, on file before this whole thing even happens, but it's not enough. I think that is what happened, and they're just trying to get their memory. Oh, so it is set up that way. And then once they realize what happened, then you get to really see what they're made of. You get to, wow. Oh, I'm so glad they're, like, walking us through it. Honestly, I kind of thought we just have to piece it together as we went. Okay, now they're gonna tell us something. Because I don't know if I judged that right. I thought for sure. Yeah. Once they remember that they died, then that adds a whole different spin on it. Okay, but it was actually reincarnation or void. Yeah, okay. Yep. That's their judging based on what they're seeing. Did she pause? She looked at the ring. She started to, yeah. Oh, I really think she made that up, that she had the affair. I really do. Maybe I'm just giving her too much. So he must have been able to read. If their jobs are to judge, he must have been judging from this, reading between the lines, that she wanted him to be okay. So I think my theory was right. I think it really was. And now we're going to get the discussion. Well, I'm glad they're telling us all this. Yes. I don't know if that's a good thing. Mm-hmm. Oh. Wow, that was true? That's still pretty bad. I kind of thought that was just like... Oh, yeah. So is that why they brought this person in? To kind of like see what they couldn't? That's what I said, but I didn't realize she'd actually had an affair. I thought that was just him picturing it. They never considered that. Yeah, but if they cared about each other, yeah. If you really think this is what's going to determine our fate for all eternity, didn't want him to feel guilt. Yeah. Wanted him to go and be happy and... Yeah. I feel like we're not getting it quite across here. Oh. Oh, so this was a mistake. Yeah. Oh, we're getting reprimanded a little bit here. Oh my goodness. Wow. Okay, so then that was more layered than I thought it was going to be. So she did have an affair, but the baby's his. And she did that. Okay. So then was there a friendly match? I'm so confused. I thought I had it narrowed down, you guys. I think maybe it was more complex than I thought. She did something, but it had nothing to do with the pregnancy and... Oh, those are... Okay. I mean, I don't know why I thought maybe they wouldn't be real drinks, but I guess they are. So did they bring this person in as like a human perspective kind of thing.
酒と真面目この2つしか取り柄がないの。無表情
Aww.
趣味なんて人形作りよ。
I mean,
知ってます。
it's a little bit of a different hobby, but okay. Maybe they've kind of lost like the human touch up here.
まあまあってとこに。
Are they they're training her to be an arbiter, is what I'm guessing.
けなさないなんて珍しいですね。
Put them down. Did we just pick somebody out to... Is this like an angel of death or something?
ただの勘違いじゃない。
It wasn't? It wasn't just...
他人を信用できない。幸せになん
Oh,
かなれるわけないじゃない。
I see.
よろしく
But how would she know that based on what she saw?
あと
That he-
先ほどは失礼いたしました。
But she didn't think of it.
私は生を全うした人間を尊敬しています。
Imagine like, and like, oops, I accidentally sent somebody to the void.
あとさ、
なんでしょう。
これおかわりちょうだい。
You're very good at your job of making drinks and being an arbiter, but everyone gets it wrong once in a while, I guess. Oh my god. Okay. Oh, so in this one we get the mannequins, you guys. Since we did not have a new okay. Oh, that's very scary. It is a bit of a scary serial killer-ish hobby. I'm not gonna lie. He seems very nice. I don't think it's weird with him. Because those are what they were using, right? To scare the people? I don't know what was going on now. Okay. It's just like a twist within a twist. Because it's like, as soon as they show her crying, I'm like, okay, I was right. She felt bad that he was like losing himself. She didn't want it to end this way. They're dead anyway. She didn't want him to like... So then I was right though. The point of the game isn't to really determine. The game is just a means to an end to determine judgment. It's not really, okay, I won, I'm going to, you know what I mean? Oh, right, there's an after credits. Okay.
さ
ありがとうございます。
もう分かったってば。
Are we...
3ヶ月だからね。
The term is only for 3 months. Is that the new persons? Oh, and these were, didn't we see these dolls in the beginning? Oh, we're just hanging out. We're just chilling. This is where the girl turned up. Okay. I think this is kind of more or less preview. I don't want to see that. Oh, wow, guys. Dang it. Just when I thought, like, yeah, I figured it out. So do we actually know what really happened? Like, I guess she actually did have another man. When they showed her in the bed, first of all, it kind of looked like the same guy to me. So I wasn't sure if maybe like were they supposed to be showing us her cheating or what? Or I thought if it was like a different guy, like maybe that was just him like picturing it. But I guess she did have another guy because they saw it in the memory. I am legitimately so confused about this because, so let me get this straight. She really did love him, but she had been with somebody else while they were together, but that wasn't the baby's father. And she did feel bad. See, it does add another layer to it though, because if she actually did have an affair, she actually did cheat on him before they got married and everything, then the guilt from that, maybe she would think like, okay, maybe she really does deserve, you know, to like go to the void and let him go out with his, not only like knowing that, well, but if it was his kid, then he was responsible technically. But like kind of trying to alleviate that burden off of him, you know? Not only does she alleviate that burden, but her own guilt, she kind of like in her own way, like lives up to it, you know, like owns up to it. And he gets to go on to heaven. Or in this case, it's really reincarnation. That is not, so that's like in between what I thought. But then we add on, okay, so as this is playing out, we're kind of getting the girls' test here. And they did not say a name. They actually said like she didn't have a name. So I'm not sure, what do we call her? Do we just call her girl? Do we just call her, I don't know. They're testing her. So she's being brought in as an assistant. And 3-month term was mentioned, so I'm guessing a temporary assistant to kind of help Dekim sort of see things from a different perspective, or she's on like a trial basis to like train to be an arbiter. I honestly can't tell. But the fact that he's on the 15th floor means, and the fact that they're like not all at the bar together, kind of tells me that there are other floors and like there are other levels of this. So like I think Nona is someone who's more experienced based on like the way that she was talking and everything. And so twist within a twist within a twist. So I would say the little twist that I kind of was wondering about already was that she was doing that for his benefit. The twist within a twist was that she actually had an affair, but really loved him and was doing that for his benefit. It was like a one-time thing apparently, and the baby was still his, and I don't know what the story. That I found that disappointing though, because I'm like, nah. Like I just kind of wanted to like, I was angry with him. I was like, I think she just did that for his benefit at the end, and she was lying, and he was just really, you know, it's kind of the lack of communication that ended up ultimately being the problem. But then quadruple twist was that Nona could tell that he was not the type who could have trusted anybody long term. And that ultimately would have killed their marriage anyway. Like, even if he had never known, even if everything had been fine, he would have been so suspicious that like sooner or later, yeah, I don't know if they would have died from it. Maybe. Okay, now I'm even more overwhelmed. I didn't need it to be that layered. You could have just left it like easy or difficult for me to process, and instead you went in and kind of threw in the caveat of like, well, but she really wasn't a great person. She wasn't a good girlfriend before they got married and everything. But it makes me so sad that both stories have dealt with cheating. And I don't want another cheating story. I hate cheating stories. I don't want another one. Let's make the next one. I'm just scared to even say let's make the next one not about cheating, because I'm terrified they're going to bring in more people who like know each other already, like friends or family or something like that. And I'm like, I think that's even worse somehow than watching like two strangers. But we did also learn an awful lot in this one about how this system works too. So that was really, really fun and interesting to learn. Okay, this is, because I kind of suspected that. I'm like, if they're doing something like they're really judging what kind of person you are, then the game doesn't matter. The results of the game don't matter. The game is a tool by which we judge them, which is exactly what it was. But even a really good arbiter can get it wrong, which is what we saw. We don't know any of this for sure. That's what drives me so crazy, is like, we'll never really know for sure. But, yeah, apparently Dekim didn't, like, read between all the lines, but neither did the new person. So, yeah. That was a really good one. That one was definitely a little bit less intense psychological trauma and a little bit more like, okay, now let us hold your hand and walk you through why we traumatized you. Would that be okay? And I was like, I don't know, I guess. Yes. And then I wasn't okay. that I... All right, guys. Like, it's very interesting because I feel like we still don't know, like, I still am confused on, like, okay, but was that the definite thing? Like, what, or is it all just kind of speculation, no matter how you slice it at the end of the day? Because, like, they have their memories, but I'm guessing they don't have all their memories, because if they had all their, or maybe they have all their memories, but they can't read the emotion in them, you know? So that maybe they do know that she definitely cheated, but they can't read the emotion in her face when she was making that play at the end. You know, maybe that's, and I think that would make sense because the girl was able to, and that's kind of how. Oh, so are they going to like reverse the decision, or is it just done now? I think it's just done. I think it's just done now. Wow, guys, that I have one more to go, and I gotta tell you, I feel like I need to go snuggle my dog, take a long walk, and have a treat to kind of recover from that. This is a heavy one. This is a really heavy one. I got one more to go, and the next one we got new people coming in. Give me another world building episode, I'm begging you. I need it. I just, tell me more. And also let me just recover a little bit from the trauma that was that first one. Like, good God. All right, you guys, I can't wait to hear what you guys think of this. I know some of you out there know a lot better than me or have a lot of different ideas than me. And either way, it's very, very fun to hear from you. So, hope you enjoyed watching along with me. As always, thank you so much for joining me today. Please, for the love of God, this is so traumatizing. This is like legit, like just a concentrated dose of trauma, but in like the best and most fun, awesome, amazing way possible. It's like I'm loving it, but I'm also like heavily damaged after it. So please be sure to join me next time and we will watch it together. Bye for now, guys.